Hello there. I know I'm a little bit late. I was had a busy day with Victoria because she was home. Like I said yesterday, she was planning to be home. So I'm back here with the 12th of January, our 12th Weirdie that we're going to be playing with. And I'm looking forward to get started. Yeah, been a long day. And before I could go on here, I needed to get some, what's it called? Some ciggies, so I was in a line. Hi Russ, Doris, nice to see you. So I was down in the 7-Eleven and I was waiting in a line and it took longer than I had anticipated. Also, we watched Kung Fu Panda today and that also took a bit longer. So everything was, hi Bev Larson, hi Julie, nice to see you guys. So yeah, but I'm ready to get going and I'm feeling fine. So I'm in a good mood. We're gonna be going on this one. I'm really not sure. I was thinking I'm planning to do him like this because the last time I did him the other way around when I first made him. So I think this will change my perspective of seeing him because now I'm seeing the first face here and it's gonna be a little bit different than what I saw the other time, where I think he was pretty obvious. Yeah, we saw Kung Fu Panda. Victoria loves it, and it is cute. I mean, she's just like, every time she hears the word panda or sees a panda, she's like, oh! So that's nice. And I was actually thinking markers or pencils. And I do think that I'm gonna go for markers again, just to make sure that my fingers are perfectly well before I start grabbing them pencils. Also, I would like to draw a bit, maybe later, if depends, because I think this one is not going to take forever. But I was actually thinking, because now I have like a sequence of these chameleons that I did use. So I was thinking maybe to explore the chameleons that I did not yet use from the set on this one. So because there's quite a lot that I didn't even try, so I'm thinking maybe to go out of the box with that and try some of those, which are pretty different. I mean, these are some of the ones that I haven't used yet. There's also some blues. Could be fun to get a little bit more into that. The baby blue, I'm going to take that one away because I simply do not feel that it has any purpose. And we have these olives. There's also a lot of browns. And I'm just going to go with this. And then there's the nude. So I'm not going to go into the nude. So it's just like, we have these browns that look pretty awesome also. There's caramel, hot cocoa, cinnamon, and burnt bark. So I might, take, there's a nude more here. I might take these browns with us into the mix. Why not? And then see where we're going to go from there. So yeah, we almost got that one emptied out. So now I'm going to go a little bit here. And I think that there's one of those yellows over there that I didn't use. So I'm going to see if we're going to go like a little bit different colors. Maybe go some brown tones and move those into some reds here. There's some reddish tones here. So maybe yellow to brown, maybe the olive between these browns and the, yeah, I'm just, then I think I'm gonna go to burnt umber, burgundy, cinnamon, and red coral. Then I'm gonna go into the pinks here. There's some pinkies here. I think we're gonna go from the red color coral to dusty. And then to peony pink and bubblegum. That might fit us here. Maybe the other way around. Peony bubblegum and then peony pink, because the peony pink looks darker. And then there's this purple grape that I'm gonna have before the blues. This is a whole different, these are the rest of the colors without having the grays and the nudes. So maybe we'll have to have the grapes and the nudes, grays and nudes. Oh my God, that's hard. At another point. So here we have a blue, there's a blue violet that'll go here, that's another blue, and this is a lighter blue. And then here we got some greens. There's a lagoon that will go here. And there's this evergreen that goes here. So here we go with that. And maybe we will put the olive here. And then we have this taupe that I really don't think belongs. So he'll go back to the set and join the nudes. So now what, we're getting through these. So I'm looking forward to see how this order is going to work out for us. So then I've sort of gotten them in between here. They're going to probably look funny on this one. So we're just going to go with that. RD2, there's one color called RD2. That's kind of funny. It's Star Warsy, isn't it? So how have you guys been today? Have you had a, hi Heather, have you had a great Friday? Mine was very relaxed. We were up really early and just, really early, it was not that early. But for me it was, because I've had another routine whole week. Yeah, we had a good time. And since her cousin is coming from Ecuador with her aunt, she's never met either of them. They're coming like end of February, start of March for like 10 days, I think. Victoria is very busy because she would like to find presents for them for when they come, so that she has something nice to give them. She's always been very considerate like that. So she likes to make an effort to find something neat. So yeah, I'm just gonna start, my routine is starting in the middle, and this of course is not gonna be a rainbow because it's a whole different color scheme we're working on, because it's just the rest of them to see where they would fit in the big one. And I don't know if you guys have noticed that the 13th is up and ready, and of course after this I will put up the 14th so that you have it. So yeah, he's already underway. Yeah, so winter storm moving in. Hi Patricia. I will try that, Bev. I'll try that. I mean, the medicine I'm on now for the asthma attack has really helped. So it's good. I still have 2 days left. But it's working, I think, so far. And I mean, Victoria was a bit snotty yesterday, so that's probably why I'm snotty today, because I usually get everything. That's just sort of like, seems to be my destiny to get everything. So yeah, that's an immune system thing. Since I was sick, and so then it just works out like that mainly for me. But I'll be fine. So I think I'm just gonna work on this to start with and see where we move from there. It might be good beginning to do that. I think so. Maybe start with this little one out here, just to get those little dots in there. This one I have no idea what we're gonna go there, but this might just start here and here. And I'm gonna do those little ones there. So now we got to start. I know I didn't do a lot here, but it will come. So no way in overdoing it, because there's a lot of colors and a lot of to go. So let's just see where we're gonna get ourselves, because now we're starting. This is the caramel. Not feeling well. Oh, I'm sorry about that. And you neither. Oh, but that's the weather too. Here it's been raining a little bit, slightly. It's just the same as always, boring weather. But not too bad, not too cold or anything. And yeah, because I was up early, then in the afternoon I fell asleep. So that was nice. Just to, like an hour or so. So before I make dinner. So dinner was slightly delayed because Friday is an X Factor day here, and it just started. So this was the last edition. It's quite small scale X Factor here. So yeah. So we have to see that together. Funny thing is that Victoria, a lot of the time when we watch television, she will actually be sitting with her back to the television. Which I'm like, if we're going to watch this together and you've been looking forward and saying we're going to watch this, then why are you sitting with your back to it? Yeah, but she's having a good time anyway, so it doesn't really matter if she's looking at it or not, I guess. But it's just a funny thing that she'll be sitting with her back to the tele half of the time. But then sometimes if something comes on, the music, if she likes it, or she likes the person who's singing, she thinks it sounds good, then she'll get up really fast, and then she'll just, do a dance, some of her own dance moves, which are hilarious. It's really funny. So that's a kind of fun too. So yeah, that makes me laugh a lot. So yeah, she's cute like that. She'll do weird moves, weird dance moves. Totally out of, out of the blue, all of a sudden there's something comes along and she's like digging it, and then it just goes for her. So I think I'm gonna move here with this one, and then this one is going down here. I'm doing it a little bit slightly different because of the colors and also because of the drawing, because the drawing does not have that many lines. So we have to mix it up a little bit more than what I would normally I would be doing more around the yellows. But I think that this one, he will be fine if I sort of focus it here instead. I'm going to put that one up there. And I did have problems starting. I think after tonight I'll have to restart this laptop and see if there's something, because it had connected again to the library, and it took forever before I could even put the password in or anything. So I think it probably needs a little bit of a kick and a restart. I probably should also do like an update, but I always hate, updates, because you never know what's going to happen. Some, I know they need it sometimes, but updates can also sometimes, provoke weird things to happen, which can be very, very hurrying. Like then all of a sudden some program won't work because it didn't like the update, or that needs to be updated because of it, and you don't notice, and there's all sorts of crap involved in these updates that I really don't like. But I guess it's just a necessity to do that once in a while. You just got to accept it, otherwise everything's got to be dated and not fitting with the newest things that they got out. It's like changing forever, all the time, every time. There's nothing that stays the same or stable with the internet and computers. There's no constant. It's just the constant is change and renewal. So once you get your head around it and just get used to it, I think it's a little bit more acceptable. And yeah, today was a good day, so that's cool. And I did get something done. I got those Valentine's PDFs prepared. I didn't get down to the movies yet, but I'll get there. So that's a good thing. I'll get the videos done soon too. I didn't get to click the button because I'm waiting for the message that the proofs have been sent out, because I did order them, even though that is hilariously expensive in the shipping. When I order proofs, the shipping costs me more than the books, because I'm living in Denmark. And the shipping prices that they take for sending them to Denmark are just like crazy, crazy, crazy. And then on top of that, I'll have to, you know, pay import tax. And that's the really crazy thing, you know, because that's a 25% of the price, but they do include the shipping price in that. And I don't think that the import tax should include the shipping price. I mean, this should just be for what the price of the product is. And besides, this is proof copies. It's not a product. It's not something that I can sell. So it's kind of ridiculous when you look at it like that. So yeah, it's the biggest cost that I have of the books. And I know that some artists, they don't order proofs. But the thing is, I have to give books to the Danish ISBN register. So I have to order the books. I have to have the books so that I can give them the copies that they need for the registry. And I haven't been there for ages with books, because I have like 4 boxes full of proofs, and I need somebody to drive me, because they're too heavy to go in a bus or something like that. I just can't do that. I can't carry them. I can't even carry one of the boxes. So how I'm gonna? Yeah. So yeah, that's a bit of a drag, but I'll get there eventually. Eventually, everything will, you know, come into place. It's always like that, you know. You have to start somewhere and then move on from there and work your way through it. I don't think we're going to get through all the colors, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a different result, that's for sure, because it's different colors. But we get to see these browns, and this one was the hot cocoa. I'm liking that brown. It's a pretty color. So yeah. So yeah, I had a nice time with Victoria, as always. She is the best company I know. Happy and sweet, and now she's gonna get a little friend which mom had said yes to come yesterday. We changed it so that they will have a play date instead on Thursday, because that mom works late on Thursday. So then, you know, that would be a good day for me to pick up the kids and they could play here. And that's a really girly girl, so that's going to be fun. I mean, it's different for Victoria because she plays more with the boys, and she doesn't play a lot of girly things. But this little girl, I really like her. They also went to kindergarten together, but then to a nursery home together. But then they went to different kindergartens, and they were best friends in the nursery home. But then they'd been apart for a couple of years while they were in kindergarten, so they kind of forgot about being best friends. So when they came and went to school together, they were just like really strangers, and they didn't really hit it off again. So I'm hoping that, you know, if they get to hang out, that will help, you know, maybe to form a relationship with them again, like they had in the nursery home. Because they were really good friends, and they were, you know, they were fun together, but they're very different characters. But, you know, the other girl, she's very creative. I had her a lot when I was working in the after. She always she's great in the creative arts. And I liked her. She was always up in my department, because I had the art department where I was doing arts with the kids. So I saw her quite a lot when I was working there. And I know that she's really good and creative and loves to do anything creative, and where you have to sort of submerge yourself a little bit deeper. So I suggested to Victoria why she didn't ask this girl maybe if she also wanted to do the pearl thing so that they could do it together, and maybe also be in the market selling it together, because that would be more fun than just her and me. I mean, I would still be there, but maybe every second time it could be Emma's mom and other times me, so we could take turns and going to the market with them with their stuff. And I'm sure that Emma would love to do these pearl things too, and maybe they could inspire each other a bit. So yeah, so I sort of suggested that. Yeah, these like where you have those plates and then you put beads on them, hammer beads or something like that, and then you iron them, and then you got little figurines and stuff. And Victoria is doing that because she wants to sell them on the market when the season starts. There's in front of our house, there's a square, and she wants to sell them to put money in her piggy bank, maybe for vacation or to invite me out for dinner. She likes to do that. So she's beating away in order to make products to sell, like for little key rings and things like that. And she's been very active with it. And she was doing it again today. And then she decided to do one for Emma with Emma's name on it, so that she would sort of surprise her with that on Thursday when she's coming. Victoria likes to make gifts for her, presents for her guests, so she's always very considerate with that, and I like that. It's a good thing. So yeah. Usually she'll also do that if she's having her birthday party. Then she'll make little gifts for all the kids who are coming, so they actually get something from her, which I think is a cool thing. And yeah. So, but I think it could be nice if it's something they could do together, to go down to the market and sell their stuff. Yeah. Now we'll see if Emma likes the idea or not. But I could imagine that she might like it. I think this is going to be interesting, very different than the other ones. And actually, a couple of new weirdies were born while I was watching X Factor. So there's a new weirdies on the way, and they're yeah, I like them. So I'm happy with that. I don't think that there's gonna be so much colors going on, because it's such a little one, this one, with a few lines. It's a very simple one. It's a simple weirdie, a very expressive weirdie. So this is not a weirdie that takes forever and ever to do. I think this is good here. You sort of have poppy eyes now, in a way. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if they can sort of build a little bit of a relationship, because yeah, it could be nice, also to have a girl. She has another girl that she sees, but she's very dominant. She's very nice, but she's a bit dominant. And I don't think MS is dominant, so it might be a good match. That might be a more where they both get a say in what they're gonna do. There's not one person making all the decisions. So let's see what happens. And she lives really also close by. Well, they all live close by, because as I say, I live in Copenhagen, which is the capital of Copenhagen, which is the capital of Denmark, of course. But it's sort of like a little island in the center of Copenhagen. But it's sort of like a small village in the big city. So it is a smaller smaller neighborhood. So yeah, it could be nice for them to build some relationship. So we'll see what happens with that. Oh, so it was you, Heather. I saw it. It's really awesome. I hope you will take pictures so I can see it when you get it. Really, I hope so. And thank you for buying. It's really nice. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Really, I mean, because I don't have any of the products yet. Mainly because of the shipping, as usual. Shipping. Shipping is really. I have this plan that I want to have because. Sorry, the shower curtain that I had was ruined because there came some rust out of some pipes in the ceiling. So it was totally ruined the shower curtain. So I don't have a shower curtain, and I haven't had one for maybe a couple of years now. Around the bathtub, we have a bathtub, but you can stand up in the bathtub and have a shower. But I kind of need a shower curtain. But you know, now I'm like thinking, okay, I want to wait until I can't make shower curtains on a Redbubble, but I can on the Society 6. So I want to wait until I can make one with all the weirdies on it. That could be so cool. Like, you know, with the bedspread thing. So, you know, and I mean, we can wait till next year to have a shower curtain. We already been without a shower curtain for a couple of years, so I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world. So, you know, I want to wait till I can get that and maybe order a few more things together. Especially, you know, like, because on the Society 6 I can make this also bath mat, and there's like towels and stuff. I haven't really done a lot in there because it takes a different file format, and I've been a little bit like, with all the different file formats and all the preparations, whereas Redbubble is just easier for me to work with. But I wanted to do it maybe with the weirdies, because it could be fun to have like a couple of items to sort of have a memory of this whole process. For me also could be fun, because it's a big thing called a Weirdie a day. I think it's fun, and it's so nice to see all of your results. And I'm still saving. I'll probably, if I have time tomorrow, I'll probably update the album again. I have to do it regularly, you know, because there's so many new awesome pieces there to add to the collection. And we'll have to see if we can. I mean, I know that the limit in an album is 1,000 pictures. So we'll see if we reach that limit, and we'll have to make even a second one for January, because I was counting on making one for each month. So we'll see how many pictures we get in. Oh, that would be really cool, Julie. I'll try to hook you up with the. I think you can do it on Redbubble. Make the calendar there. But there's a few different places where you can make a really cool calendar too. And if you need any help with the files, just let me know. Like, I'll try to help you out if you want to prepare them or something. Then just let me know. Let's see here. I think I did a little mistake here, because I didn't want this to run all the way. I didn't look properly. So, but I'll fix it. Hi, Tine. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. I think that could be cool to turn your 12 favorites into a calendar. I think that sounds pretty nifty. I think I'm just gonna like finish him here, because I don't want him to continue out all the way through here. I want some other color there. So I'm just gonna like pretend there was a black line there, which there wasn't. So that's the kind of thing that happens, and then you can just, yeah, do what I do. Ignore the fact that it happened and continue. And just do it your way. So there's no set in stone here. And then we're on to, this is the burnt umber. I was interested in seeing how close it would come to the burgundy that comes after it. I think it's a very beautiful color also. I do like browns, I just don't use them as much. I think it could be cool to do one with the yellows, browns, and oranges. Maybe some red in between, that just dark red that fits to bring it out a bit more. So yeah, this is gonna be a different one. I think that would be really cool, Julie. I think it would be really awesome with a calendar. I mean, that could be a great thing. I always obsess about calendars. So that's why I usually end up not having one. Because I'm so bad at keeping it. So now I have like boards where I put sticky notes on and stuff like that for my deadlines to keep everything in order and to see what I did and what I didn't do. Mainly to see what I didn't do, what needs to get done. This is awesome. This is a lovely color. So now actually this part should be that color. It just fits with the way it goes. Yeah. Yeah. It has to. It has to be that. It has to be that. But and yeah, tomorrow is a Saturday. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I think we're just gonna hang out at home. I still need, because I was sort of deterred by the arm that I couldn't make it either. I mean, I had all that time that I couldn't go down to do the laundry because of my breathing being so bad that I couldn't make it up the stairs for sure with all the laundry. It would just have been impossible. I know myself, and you know, it would be horrible because I would be really bad shape afterwards. So and now I wanted to do it today because the arm is better and the breathing is better, everything's better. Thank you, Karen. You can get this one. You can also turn him around, but there's a link to get him in the description of the post. He's set at 0 on my pay hip, 0 plus, so you can leave a tip if you like, but you can get him and color him in there. We do this color Weirdie a day. I don't know if you've been in any other place, in any other days, or this is your first time. We are on the 12th day. We started on the 1st of January with the first Weirdie. And yeah, we are 12 days in on color a Weirdie a day. And since I have 366 Weirdies, you can see where this is going. And this is not that everybody has to color the same Weirdie every day, or, you know, there is a Weirdie for every day, and I colored the daily Weirdie. I drew them as well. But, you know, people can just hang out or do their own Weirdie, or do another Weirdie from another day or something like that. And we just hang out and have a good time and chat. Or even some people might knit and not even be coloring. So it's not about that. It's just about hanging out, and I color the Weirdie, and we have this Weirdie a day going, because a Weirdie a day keeps the stress at bay and sends smiles your way. That's sort of my little saying about it. So welcome to the Weirdie. Welcome to the Weirdie part. And all the other Weirdies of the first 12 days are still also on the pay hip at 0 plus. So you can even catch up, you know, take the ones that you really love, and after the 13th is up, the one for tomorrow. And after I finish, when I'm done with making this one, I usually change the banner so you can see the Weirdie of tomorrow. And I put up the one for the 14th. I'm always like putting them up 2 days ahead so that people have a better chance of grabbing them. And these come from a series of books that I made, 12 books, called Weirdie's Volume 1 and up to 12. That just fits with one per month. But with the color Weirdie a day, I make it available at the 0+, so that those that can afford can give a tip, and those who can't can still be a part of this project, which I kind of like the thought of, that everybody can still participate, even if they can't buy the books. So and it's a nice way of participating, to be able to go and grab it, because that way you also have my name on it and you have the date, so that you sort of know where it belongs in the system, if you have a system. And it's just about having fun and relaxing and chilling with the Weirdies, because there's no real stress in them, because, you know, they're just for fun, and you can just play with colors and have a good time. And we have there's an album with a lot of colored examples. I gather all the colors from everyone and I put them up in the album. It's also a group called Color Weirdie a Day. I haven't been active there because I'm in Facebook prison at the moment, and that will be over tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm out of Facebook prison. It actually really dropped dramatically, because before I had about a reach of 10 to 11,000 on each time I make a video or something, and now I have like a weekly reach of 10,000. So my statistics have dropped seriously because of this jail thing. So it does have really severe consequences. So now we're on to that burgundy. I was so interested in seeing that burgundy against this burnt umber color, just to see how well they would fit, because I had sort of a feeling that they would be really good together. Oh, yeah, Julie, that's why you need to swatch them out first with the markers, because then you will know which colors you really have, the true color of the markers. That's why I play with the color companion, because I need to see what the real color is, because often you'll get a shock on the real color because it's just not really properly displayed, or just is misguiding. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, color companion. When you get the markers, then just make a small swatch of each color, write down the number or name of it, and then you have sort of a reference to what the true color is. That's the best way to keep track of your colors. And I always do it, except that I didn't with these chameleons, of course. Yeah, there's an exception to every rule, but that's because I'm sort of exploring them with you guys. Getting into this. It's turning out pretty neat. I was actually thinking that maybe I would do, you know, I still have this, I only did one of the drawings, or one of the colorings for the Weirdie Dala 3 book. So I was thinking, if this one goes pretty fast, I might color one of the other images of that one afterwards in a separate video, of course. And make it available like last time to you guys, because I need to get those colored in order to make that cover. But I also have the mandala ones where I also need to cover, so it could be either or, the one or the other, one way or the other. I'm gonna get you one way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that could be it, you know, like if this one goes fairly quickly. Now we're into the routine of coloring. The last couple of days it's been taking like 2.5 hours, and I definitely do not think that this one will take 2.5 hours at all. So I'm thinking that then that could be a perfect timing to get one of those done for the cover, because I have to do 10 for for each cover. So that's like 20 colorings that I have to do for that. And it's much more fun to color them with you guys than just to sit and do it on my own. So I was thinking to maybe do that. And then I'll of course make it available so that you guys can grab it as well. And it will be the same as the last time. I'll put it up at 150. And those who are on with the video will be able to get it for free. So like the last time, there's perks of being there. Oh, that sounds good. Looking forward to it. Yeah, the one was burgundy and the other one was burnt umber. The chocolatey was the cocoa, the hot cocoa was that one. It didn't really look like hot cocoa. It's a little bit too orangey for me to be hot cocoa. No 4 hours, get in trouble. No, I'm gonna, I cut up the videos now. So I'm not gonna do them in a row. And this is a cinnamon. So let's see what cinnamon looks like in the chameleon world. It looks like a very nice reddish cinnamon. I like that. I like that color. It's a very deep color. And it could do well in my my reds, I think. It's a very lovely color. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with all the colors in the set, except for that baby blue. That baby blue, I think, is absolutely fatal. I do think that they must have made some kind of mistake on it. I know that I've heard about it before, about that baby blue, but I don't remember exactly. But there was some complaints about it. And I do think that I would agree with those complaints. So definitely. So it's either that I probably color one of those for my covers, or that I draw up some twisters. Could be one of those two things. If I color, it would either be for the mandala cover or for the Weirdie Dala cover. I'm not quite sure about that yet, but I'm open to suggestions. So because I definitely think that we will have enough time to do that and have some more fun and see something else. And then I mean, I will definitely be doing rainbow on that, because that's just the style that I do these covers in. So there's no like two ways about what it's gonna be like in the coloring of them. I mean, there's a bit of a difference between the mandala and the Weirdie Dala, so it might be fun to just do one of the mandalas, because now I did a Weirdie Dala last time, so maybe it's time for mandala. I don't know. We'll see, but you guys can also, let me know what you would prefer most to see. I'll definitely take it into consideration. If you're all saying the same, then cool. If you're not all saying the same, I'll have to make a decision of what I want to do the most. And I don't know what I want to do the most. I am so indecisive. No, I'm just the kind of person who likes to make a decision in the last moment, probably. Like how do I feel in the moment where I'm gonna do it? It's like, today I didn't know what I was gonna use for coloring, and I made that decision when we started. So that's kind of how I like to do this, so that I'm sure that I'm doing exactly what I really feel for in that moment, so that I'm not doing something that I planned and then I didn't really feel like it anyway. So, I had a change of heart or something. So yeah, I like to do things like that. So maybe I'm weird. But I also draw weirdies and I color weirdies, so it's no big surprise that I'm slightly mad. Slightly mad. I think it's developing nicely. It is. I think I will, some places I'll put a bit of contrast in. after. You know, like here around these. I think I'll do something later, you know, that's why I'm sort of keeping them blank to see what I'm going to go with at a later point. And we're definitely down here. These are bloppy plops, bloppy plops. And you see this one is going to develop all the way up here. So that's going to be fun. A Weirdie mandala, a Weirdie dala. So yeah, okay, we're going to go for Weirdie dala then. You're the first one who said anything, so we're going to go with that, Russ. We're going to go for Weirdie dala. They're fun. And this is the red coral. I'm looking forward to see what that is like. The red coral. Oh, this is a lovely color too. I mean, all these colors are pretty lovely. I mean, I have to say that they did do a good job on finding some really awesome colors for this set. I do think that some of them are very far, but that's also because you're supposed to be able to mix and gradiate and you know, there's the color tops and everything, so you can get all the shades in between. So I don't think that, you know, the way that this set is meant to be used is not just to color flat like I'm doing right now, and to get to know it. I'm just going to put this on top here because there was a couple of blotches, even though it was not the same one. But definitely the way that this is supposed to be used, I think, is a very good. Then it's a very good selection because you can easily get in between these with the different tones that you have in the color tops. So I actually think that it's well worked out, the color scheme, because you can get to thousands and thousands of different shades for sure with this set. I mean, yeah. And I do promise, you know, like I'm gonna try to see if I can clean the newborn Weirdies, so that I can show you guys the new Weirdies. There's a lot of funny ones that I'm really enjoying, and it's so nice because now that I'm coloring a Weirdie a day myself, then I'm more inspired to draw more Weirdies and make the new ones. So they will probably not be for this year because we already have Weirdies for this year. So they will be for a later point. I don't know exactly how, if it's going to be like for next year or, you know, I do like to have them all drawn up for the whole year before I start, because it would be really annoying if I run into a time where I can't draw them or I don't feel like drawing them. And then only have made up half of them, then, you know, I would feel bad about, you know, not having the full set before I promise anything or make anything out of it. So I think that this one is going to continue up here, and this one will actually continue with that flow there. So it's just to make sure that I get room for some different colors there also, because we do have a lot to go through. I had nightmares about running out of markers yesterday. That was kind of funny. I know, I'm silly, but I did. I was like thinking, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to be able to have enough markers for the whole year. And there probably isn't, but, you know, then I'll find some that are not expensive and we will continue, you know. So I'm not that worried. And maybe at some point there will be some markers who would like to, if it gets like out there and people there start being more people with a Weirdie a day, then maybe some people would, you know, of the marker companies would like to sponsor them with their markers and get them featured. You never know. Because that could definitely be a help. But otherwise, you know, there's a lot of colored pencils and there's watercolors and everything else. So we're not in danger. It's just me stressing a bit. I'm stressing after 12 days. Great. But there is no stress because I do have still a lot. So I think it's just the experience of those Shinhan touch yesterday that was so dry that I was thinking like, oh no. But I have been looking. I have a lot of the tiger markers, and I do have refills for this chameleon set, and I also have a lot of the letraset. So far we are not anywhere close to being in a danger zone. So it will come, little by little. We'll get there. We'll get there. So this one will go down here. It's going to be interesting also to see those pinks we're getting into in a minute. Yeah, I think it looks really good upside down because it's a total different take, because this becomes the face instead, and the rest works for it. So I'm liking it a lot, because the first time I did drew it the other way around. I don't stress, it will work out. It will work out. So yeah, I did draw it the other way around, but I like this way around. I mean, and that's one of the things that I really love about the Weirdies, that you can turn them around and see something else. I think that gives more possibilities to work with your imagination and work with what you see in it. And this is why, I have this written, and that's a bit bothersome, because it would be nicer if you weren't even guided by the writing, that you could just turn it around and find your own way without having like a preconceived idea of how I meant it to be, because it can be either way. But now I've said it so many times, so all you guys knows that it can be either way that you like it. There's no right or wrong. The only thing that's right is how it feels the best to you. So here we go. So this was a dusty pink, dusty rose, dusty rose. That rose, that makes me think of like an English country garden, like a little English country cottage with a rose garden. That sounds sort of like idyllic, eh? Sounds pretty neat. It's amazing. I haven't really been into using the felt tips on these. I think these brushes are pretty awesome, and they're really all round good to color with. Small spaces, big spaces, all of it. They cover it really nicely. I'm enjoying this chameleon set a lot. I'm happy that, I waited with opening it, but now it's open. Now it's there, out there. And I do have a whole drawer full of the refills. So these, I think, in a refill, you can refill like a couple of times. I mean, with the Copics, I know that the refills, they say that maybe 6 times you can refill or something like that. That's what I think I read, but I can't guarantee it because, I might remember wrong. But I don't know how many times you can do it with these. But we will find out probably in a couple of months. Most interesting is how long it will hold up before we have to start refilling. And then how long those refills will hold up. Because it's and how difficult it will be to refill. That's really the tricky part. This looks lovely. I also have the chameleon pencils actually that I didn't try yet either. So that's another thing we can try that I have. So yeah, lots of things to try out and work with. It'll be funny to see where this leads us. What's it gonna be? Because now soon we're already started on the pink, so soon we'll be into the purple. I mean, of course, I could backtrack with the colors we already used and then just keep it on the simple brown pinkish color scale, but you know, I do like to get into the other colors too. We'll just have a look at it, what it looks like when I'm done with the pinks, and see if we're gonna backtrack or move on. Because since there are so few spaces, it might be better to limit the palette a bit and not go all stir crazy on it. It might be good for the all over impression. One way or another. Yeah, they're Weirdies, Karen. There comes faces and stuff out, and it's sort of, you know, like, my suggestion is when you have it printed, take a look from the one side, then turn it around and take a look there, and then whatever makes the most sense for you is where you go from. I think the nips are really holding up well. I mean, oh, well, thank you. It's awesome to have you visit. It depends what you look like, yeah. But if you take it to here, then it's a whole different scene. So yeah. Is this bubble gum? Yes, this is a bubble gum. That has sort of a purple streak in it, this bubble gum. And Karen, I've been doing this every night. Well, for me it's night, because here's like is 12 a.m. So I've been doing this every day since the first, one a day, and so every day there's a live coloring. At some point there might be others live coloring than me. There might be some guests getting in there. Also, just to get a whoopsie, I forgot the dusty one there. Well, that happens. We can't all, you know, stuff happens like that. I can't fix it, but I can put the dusty one in there, then it'll seem like it was supposed to be. So that's what's it gonna be like. I'm gonna put the dusty one in there. Then it's all fixed. Maybe I think too much sometimes. It could be. It's dangerous to think too much. Nah, it's not. So yeah, we got this one going here. And we got that one there, and this one going here. One way or another, I'm gonna get out. One way or another. So this one is gonna go here in the heart here. This is an upside down heart when I have it like that, and when it's the other way around, then it will be a different one. So yeah, that's looking good. And now we have the last. This is a peony pink. I'm using a chameleon markers, the ones from the color tones. Thank you, Christine. That's nice to hear. Chameleon. You can get them online, Amazon, and they have their own shops. Hi, Charlotte. Yeah, I have chameleons. Oh, I have chameleons. I have the full set with the color tops and the refills. Well, these ones I didn't actually buy. I got them. A lot of my sets I got. This one I didn't. Chameleon gave me a small set, and then I got this one, and that was to make some tutorials. But I haven't gotten those tutorials done yet. Shh, I didn't get them done yet. But that's more or less because the they didn't answer really fast when I asked them things about it on the email. So I haven't actually done the tutorials yet. But not for how they work. It was like for to do creative stuff with coloring. So it's not really about how they work because I'm still in training. I need to know how they work, and that's what I'm sort of learning when I'm using them here. But I'm using them right now. Well, I've used a lot of different ones in the different videos. And right now I'm using them because I have them. And also because I do have the, what's called, I have the refills, so I can fill them up again, which is pretty nice. And when color Weirdie a day, I'm going to be using a lot of ink and a lot of colored pencils and a lot of material. So it's nice to have one where you know that you can fill it up again, so that you won't run out of ink right away. But Chameleon has a website where you can get them, and where there's also directions to where to find the different ones. And I can try to find it and put a link. But otherwise, you can also get them on Amazon. And usually, right now, I don't think that they have a Kickstarter. But last year, the first year, before they even started producing, they had a Kickstarter, and that was when I first saw them. I was very interested in them. It was going around all over. And then when they created the color tops, they had a new Kickstarter. And usually in the Kickstarters, you can get like pretty good discounts. But I haven't seen if they got any new Kickstarter going. I think now they've sort of, yeah, I saw they had one for a children's version of the Chameleon that were water-based. And unfortunately, I did want it. I went in to support the Kickstarter, but they didn't ship to Denmark. As usual, didn't ship to Denmark because I wanted that children Chameleon set for Victoria. Of course, not for me, for Victoria. But they didn't ship to Denmark, so I was like deterred again. Yet again was I deterred by the fact that I so often get cut off from anything because they don't ship to Denmark, which is really, really annoying. And yeah. And rude. Very, very rude. That one you could only get, I think, in the States and in the UK, but not Denmark. It was not available for my country. Which I think is annoying. If you do an international Kickstarter, you should also be able to ship internationally. Also, because in the first Kickstarter, they could ship to Denmark. And in the second one. So yeah, the last Kickstarter I saw was the one with the children's sets. I don't know how that one went. That's cool, Charlotte. Always welcome to hang out. Doesn't matter what ones do. In the big set, there's 52, but a lot of them are, there's the grays. But there's 52, but then there's also 52 color tops. I haven't unpacked the color tops to show you guys because that's where you can go from one color to another, like kind of like the tip to tip I do. Hi, Beverly, nice to see you. So yeah, the color tops. And I will break out the color tops because I have to start trying them. But I just want to really get my set in order, and I want to get to know each color well so that I can perform better on the color tops, because the color tops are the same colors. So it will, it will take knowing the colors really well to know which ones to get the most out of, I think. I was looking today for more copy paper, and I have to go for the cheap copy paper. I can't like get a good, really good one, but also I think the cheap copy paper does not eat my ink. So I'm kind of happy with the cheap copy paper. It works well. And then I'll try to see if I can get a blue pad to print something that I want to put, use watercolors on maybe next month for February, because I already printed everything for January. I don't like to draw, you know, color on the originals. I like to keep them clean. So that's kind of that. I think this horn thing, that will be whole purple thing. So I'm not going to backtrack now. I'm too far to backtrack, I think. So it's going to go on and on and on and on. Yeah, but now I'm talking about the actual Kickstarter campaign where you could get them very, very cheaply. Not on Amazon, Charlotte. They had special offer on the Kickstarter last year, and the latest Kickstarter was not eligible for Denmark, and that was children's versions of the chameleon pens that were water-based, so that they were washable. And I wanted that for Victoria, but I couldn't because they didn't ship from the Kickstarter, or from Chameleons. They didn't ship to Denmark on that one. And these ones were shipped by Chameleon because they gave them to me, so I was lucky. Because I did enter to do some creative tutorials of how to, you know, use them on other stuff than just coloring, like for instance for boxes and lamps decorations and stuff like that. I just didn't get any of those tutorials done yet, so they probably hate me. Well, maybe they'll like me that I'm using them here now, so maybe they will not hate me anymore. I don't know, but you know, like it was the contact person never answered on my emails when I was asking questions about different formats and stuff, and then I was like, okay, how many times am I gonna send an email out and get no answer? Then, you know, it's really hard to work together if you don't get an answer. And I think maybe it's just because they forgot or something, I don't know. But anyways, you know, now I'm working with them here and I'm going to be exploring them here, so I am kind of using them, so that's good. I'm putting them to good use and getting something nice out of them, working with them and getting to know them, and I'm enjoying them, so that's a good thing. But I did have them for a long time before I even unpacked them. Also because the first 2 times I got them, they were dry, and that was not Chameleon's fault. That was simply the shop where they were kept. It was my friend. She bought me the first set, all of them. But they had the set in the window, which is not a very smart thing to have them in the window in the sun. So when I unpacked them and I was going to try them, they were all dry, and I felt like terrible about it. And then I had to take them all back to the shop, and they didn't have new ones. So they had a really great offer at that time on the Letraset Pro, because they knew that they were going to go out of production because the Letraset Pro was bought by Winsor Newton. So there was a really great offer. So I could get a lot of Letraset Pro markers. I don't know if you saw my big box of them. For what the first 18 or something chameleon pens had cost by a friend. So that's how. So yeah, so he's gonna have purple horns. I think that's pretty nice contrast to the rest of it. So I think he's gonna tie together nicely, and yeah, and he's not gonna take too long to color. So I'm quite sure that there's enough room that I can make a new video for the Weirdie dollar that I'm gonna be working on for cover work. And of course we have 2 possibilities: that I put it up straight away on the pay hip so that you can actually get it straight away, or that I that I just start to color it. It would take me like at least 5 minutes or something to put it up, I think. But we'll have to see about that. Because it could be fun if somebody wants to download it straight away and color with me. But you know, you might also just want to hang out and see me color it and get it afterwards. Maybe you're already working on something else. But as far as I see this is going to be a quickie one. So it could be neat to also get one of those done for the cover, because I do have a lot of those, because I color 10 for for each of those covers, so that's a total of 20. And so far I only colored 1 for the mandala and 2 for the Weirdie Dala. So that means that I've still got 17 to color before I can even think about creating the covers for those 2 books. And those 2 have actually been lying in files for over a year because I forgot I had them. I forgot I finished them. So it could be nice to finish them up so I can get them out there. So yeah, get the material out there instead of having it on folders on my computer. It doesn't really help a lot there. So at one point I was also doing reviews on the blog of different coloring materials, and at that point there was also quite a lot that sent me different materials, pencils, and yeah, all kind of different different coloring materials. So those materials I have a lot lying around that I didn't use a lot, that I just had that was sent to me for reviews. So I have a lot of that will be going into as well. We might as well use and get to know, and I think it's also nice for you guys, before you maybe invest in some of those things, to have seen me work with it and have a feeling of how it works. Oh, this blue is so beautiful. This is such a beautiful blue. Which one is this? Blue violet. I'm really loving this blue. It's sort of like vibrant color. Really awesome blue. And this comes from a person who doesn't really use blues a lot. So believe me when I say this is a beautiful blue. Try to take it out. Look how strong it is. Really vibrant blue. So I'm loving that. I'm loving that I didn't stop at the pinks and backtracked, because I think it might have been, you know, it would have been really pretty, but not kind of my style. You know, I like to have a bit of rainbow, and this is sort of a different kind of rainbow than my normal rainbows, because my normal rainbows are so vibrant. I mean, the one yesterday, it was just so awesome. When I scanned it, it was just beautiful. And I'm looking forward to putting it up. It's really, really awesome. I love the result of that one. And I think I'm going to do that blue in here, because it's just, maybe I should just wait and see, you know, which one I'm going to choose. But I'm just loving it so much. So it's hard not to put it in there. But I know it's going to be there too. So maybe just take it easy, Maria. Don't overdo it. Just take it easy. Wait, breathe. But I'm excited about this blue. It's a beautiful blue. Definitely. And there was that other blue also in this set that I really loved. So, I mean, they really hit the blues really beautifully. Because a lot of times I find the blues pretty boring. Dull and muted and dark and not at all exciting. But this is definitely an exciting blue, that's for sure. There's no two ways about that. Well, it's not out yet. I just finished the PDFs today, and it is on. I'm waiting to get the confirmation of the proofs having shipped to press the button for Amazon. But I already prepared the PDFs to go up on PayHip. I need to make the presentation video where you can see all the pages. I was going to do that today, but then I fell asleep, and then I fell asleep. I was going to do that this evening before making dinner, but I was sitting doing some other work, some pages that I needed to fit for PDF for my friend Johanna. And there's like a lot of pages for that PDF. And it was just very tedious to fit them to the pages. It's sort of like, you know, like all the exciting stuff is done and it's just fitting them to the pages, and it just became so tedious that I got tired. And I sort of like said to Victoria, I'm gonna go lie down for like 20 minutes or something. And Victoria is a nice person, so she didn't wake me up. So when I woke up, it was like 7 minutes to X Factor time. I had actually slept over an hour. So I had to sort of, we had to replan dinner because she wants to see the X Factor together. So then it doesn't work if I'm standing cooking. So we replanned dinner, and we actually had nachos with cheese, which was really lovely, and some ham. So it was sort of a very, very light dinner that I could put together in 7 minutes. You know, maybe it was 10, but very, very fast, very thrown together. But you know, sometimes that's good too. I mean, normally I am cooking big dinners and stuff, so you know, sometimes it's nice to just take something easy, and she loved it, so that was good. And we got to watch X Factor. But I didn't get the other work that I had to do finished because I slept. So now I have to finish fitting those pages. Once I'm finished with that, then I have to make the videos. Well, the videos for the Valentine's books, so that it's possible to see all the pages inside as soon as I put it up. But all the files and everything is prepared, so it is closer than close to being there. But as soon as it's there, then I will be posting the video with the look through. I will be posting links on my page to where to get it on the PayHip. It probably won't be available on Amazon before until the 15th, because that was my cutting date where I wanted to publish. Hi Danny, nice to see you. But I will be posting links on the page as soon as it's up. And then remember that there's 3 books, and then there's the one with all 3 books inside of it. So so that's the one. If you want all the patterns, all 150, well, not patterns, there's a Lovely Dallas, Abstract Love, and all patterns. That's the 3. And the one book where all 3 books are included, where you get 150 drawings, is going to be called Never Too Many Hearts. And these are not Valentine's drawings, they are heart drawings. So they're not like based, it's not like written Valentine's and love and all that. It's just, you know, heart drawings. Just so that you know that this is a heart-themed book. So it's for all year round. If you like hearts, hearts can be used anytime. I just decided that it was going to come out with the Valentine's. That was the date, the time to launch it. And that's, you know, now we are on the 15th. There will be a small month to Valentine's Day, so that fits really well with having a month before. So yeah, so there'll be a month for that. Oh, I'm not sure we're gonna make it to all the cars. Yeah, I think we will. I think we will. I really love that blue. I have to look at that name again. It was called Blue Violet. It's so radiant. It's a really beautiful blue. This one is more muted blue, more like one of the blues that it's called Royal Blue. I think, I would see the other one as much more royal, but who am I to say that? But yeah, I think that Blue Violet is absolutely mesmerizing and just stand out, and it makes a really nice, strong statement. So yeah, they're definitely coming. I do a lot of videos every day because I do the speed version of this live. And it takes time, especially with these live ones, because I'll tell you the tedious process of that. The tediousness of it is incredible. First, I have to download it from Facebook to my computer, the whole video. And that takes, at least, 1.5, 2 hours, unless it cuts off and I have to restart the download. Then once it's downloaded to my computer, I have to upload it to YouTube. Once it's uploaded to YouTube, I have to download it from YouTube to my computer again, because if I take the first download and I work on it in the movie, in the iMovie, then it won't upload to YouTube. I don't know why, but it's some kind of glitch, probably some file thing. I don't know, but there's a distinct issue there. So then I download the full version again, which is a lot faster, because downloading from YouTube, they already rendered the files, so that is actually faster to do. Then once that is done, then I open it in iMovie. I take off the sound, remove all the sound, and then I speed it up by 60 times, so that 2.5 hours becomes 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And then I upload that to YouTube. Once that is uploaded to YouTube, then of course I have to put in all the details and such. But then I also have to put on the music. And then, yeah, now it gets really complicated. Then I download that one once the music is on. I download that one to the computer again, so that I can upload it to Facebook. And you guys can see it straight on my Facebook, that it's in there in the videos, that it's not just a shared link from YouTube. And then I can make my blog on Steemit. So the whole process of just getting this live video from Facebook and out to the speed version can be a process that takes me maybe 5-6 hours. So, and I usually do that straight after coloring. So now you know why I don't go to bed early, because of course, while I'm doing this is a process that takes time. So while I'm doing this, I'm doing other stuff as well, getting other things prepared. But it's a very lengthy thing. And since these are daily, then I sort of need to get it out before the next one is there. It's sort of like boom, 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 boom. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. So yeah. So that's kind of a long process of work that I didn't really had counted on. But I do think that the speed videos are very important, because most people, you guys, when you watch the live video, it's different when you're here and participating. But once you're not here, But Patricia, when you get the big one, you get all of them because it's got all 3 books in it. So that's all 3 books for the price of 1.5 book. So that is pretty cool. So that's why I'm saying it, because otherwise if you get the 3 and then get the big one, then you'll be disappointed because the big one has all 3 in them. Yeah, extremely time consuming. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you, Rose. And nice to see you, Rose. Yeah, sometimes it can look like anything. I mean, it depends how you see it. From this side, I see it a little bit as a clown. And from this side, I don't know. He's just a funky fella. He's a funky fella. Let's see. This was the lagoon thing, I think. Yeah, lagoon. The color of this is called lagoon. And then we actually only got 2 colors left before we've been through all the colors I set out. So that means that we're just going to have one way through each color on this. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't calculate it or count or anything. So yeah, Gefühl. That was a German word. I don't really speak German. Yeah, could be a mustache in there. There's a lot of things going on with this dude here. There's a dog. This was the emerald, evergreen, and not emerald, evergreen. It's called. It's also a very beautiful, beautiful green color. It's really awesome here. And then we got that last green. The last green is this one. This is the olive green. Oh, this is a lovely green too. And I got the theme for the first week of the cooking contest. And the theme is olives. I have to make a new creative recipe where I elevate olives to a new level. So I have to cook with olives. I already got some ideas and I can make 2 entries. So I'm thinking to do a main and a dessert entry on olives. So yeah, now we're gonna go here and I'm gonna go back to that blue violet that I really loved, that I wanted to have here. I think I'm gonna make it around there because I just love that color. That's probably my most favorite color of all the colors I used in this one right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rich color that is vibrant and alive. Maybe he should have 2 different eyes. That could be funky. Then he could have it here, down there. There it will be the same. So should I do that? Make 2 different ones? Just to sort of... Yeah, I think so. That might be fun. You know, just to have something that sort of makes him a little bit different, because he is different. Or no, because I was going to see him like that. I was going to see him like that. So na 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 na. I'm going to go like that. I think this one actually also smells stronger than the other ones, interestingly. Very interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the white. So here we have him, the 12. And if you just hold on one sec, I'll be right back. Oh yeah, if you want to see the one for the 13th, this is the one for the 13th. We're going to be coloring tomorrow. And then I'll have to see. I promised Russ that I would do a Weirdie dollar. So we're just going to look here. These are the Weirdie dollars that I've got. So it's going to be one of these that I'm going to be doing. Oh, this one is a big complicated one. I think it's going to be this one. I'm going to go for that one. So what I'm going to do is, now that we got that settled, I'm going to sign off on you guys here. And then I'll start a new video. And I will be coloring this bad boy. And this one is done. So I hope you guys will rejoin me. I was using chameleon markers, Vicky. I hope you will Oh, that was, I read that you thought it looked like you and you hung it by your desk, Rose. That's so cool. Yeah, to me it looks like a male too. Yes, I cook too. And I will be doing a cooking book. I am working up my skills on photography, food photography as well. So yeah, I'm gonna be signing off here and then I'll be right back. I think it's best that I just color it. I mean, okay, I'll take 5 minutes and put it on the pay hip so you guys can grab it. So in about 5 minutes time, I'll be back. So see you in 5 minutes, the ones who want to join me for a Weirdie dollar. Bye-bye and see you in 5.